Hi, Skip here. Hey, I hope all is well. I hope you're doing well and the day is treating you with kindness and that you have a great future to look forward to and all those kinds of good things. I wanted to touch bases on a subject that has, I've talked about this before in other videos, and some of what I'm about to say will be a little bit repetitive. And if this is the only video you'll see, well then it's not wasted. So, but I want to talk a little bit about websites, because this is an area that in my last 10 years I have visited with, I can't even count the number of business people and entrepreneurs that I've had conversations with. And quite often it comes around to, when we start to talk about marketing, the fact that they either have websites or they'd like to have a website, or they had somebody build them a website and it's not really working or whatever. But overall, the vast majority indicating disappointment with their websites and the fact that they're not really making very much in sales off their websites, if any. People debating whether or not they should have a website. And so I want to address this a little bit because it's so important. And the reality is that not everybody absolutely needs a website, number one. And those who are really marketing, some people have products where they can advance information in the form of an online brochure, where it supports current customers, or they've got a close-knit group of people that they'd like to work with or whatever, where it is very supportive. So there are a lot of justifications for websites. But the biggest concern happens to be where you have a website and potentially you're driving traffic to your website. So many of the business people I've talked to only have people within their network of people that they're referring to, their list, if you will. They only have those who have actually purchased from them, and they will stay in touch with those people or just wait for those people who have purchased for them to go to their website and actually do something. The reality is it takes a lot more than a website to really be effective, and particularly if you want to drive traffic. And if you're looking to drive traffic to your business, and I don't care what your business is, it does not matter what your business is. If you are looking to drive traffic to your website, it's going to take more than just a website. People will come to your website and they'll have confidence in you, but they need to be reminded. And so one of the things you need with a website is you need an autoresponder like Aweber, GetResponse. There's a bunch of different autoresponders out there. I happen to use Aweber only because I've been using it for a long time. It's user friendly and I've got a lot of people on my list. So that's what I continue to use, and it is my recommendation overall because it covers most of the bases really well and it's inexpensive. In fact, you can get a free account up to a certain number of people on your list. So it's valid. Anyway, saying that, if you don't have a method of keeping up with people on a very regular basis, it doesn't matter that you've got a number of people that you've taken their information. If you're not doing something with the information, then it's kind of a waste of time, and the website's not really fulfilling all that it could fulfill. It's just not getting it done. Part of this whole exercise is to build a list of people that you've either visited with or you've had some level of contact with. They're now on a list, and you can respond to them on a weekly basis, whatever works. I have people that contact me literally every single day, and on occasion people who contact me more than once a day. That frankly gets a little bit old. I'm not a fan of pounding somebody every day. There's a lot of people who are successful doing it, I suppose, but that isn't really all that comfortable for me. But a regular contact with your customers or your prospective customers is really critical if you really want to succeed in business. You've got to have that ongoing thing that's happening, and you can't rely on people to just remember who you were and magically go to your website anytime they need whatever it is you provide. So it takes, number one, it takes more than just a website. Again, if your idea here is to drive traffic to whatever your business is. But here's another issue, and that is the type of website that you have. There's lots of advertisement and promotion for Wix as just one example. And there, by the way, there's several platforms you can use to build a website. It's not the only one. But I'm going to call this example because I've used Wix quite a bit in building websites that have a very specific purpose, and that's fine. And it's a very easy to use. It's very easy to use. It's intuitive, and you can put together a nice looking website and all that kind of thing with it. There's no problem with that. It's limited, however. When you get into, there's special features that you want to do when you take a little more advanced position and you want to start doing business with people and have different sales features and exchange of product and various things that happen. There's lots of little strategies that you can use within the context of a website. And the Wix platform tends to be a little bit more limited to that. Now, it expands in what you can do with it the more you pay for that platform. And they do have paid professional levels that you can use, which offer more features. No question about that. Wix is, to me, it's great for limited purposes, and it can always be a reference page or whatever. So I'm not knocking Wix. I'm just comparing the difference between that and some other platforms. Probably the most popular platform is WordPress. Now, WordPress is, there's a couple of forms. There's a .org and there's a .com. One's free, one's not. There's a lot you can do with it. WordPress, however, tends to be a little more complicated. It's not as user-friendly, and it takes some adjustment. Now, having said that, it's got a whole lot more options than other platforms. There's so much you can do with it when you start to get into different add-on features. Whether it's in terms of marketing and sales and just expansion features, there's a lot of things that you can do with WordPress that are either not available or not as accessible in other platforms. Overall, WordPress is the most used out there, and you can do virtually anything you want to accomplish. The average person in business can use it and have everything that they need within the confines of WordPress. Now, most people know that I work with a program called 4%. And the 4% is all about the 4% of people who succeed online as opposed to the 96% that struggle or never make it. The idea is if you want to be a top producer, if you want to really go someplace and drive traffic to your website, you need a website that has available to it the various features that you need in order to be complete in what you do. Now, saying that, your options are to either take the time and learn how to use that platform or hire somebody to do it for you. And when you start to hire somebody, I don't care what the platform, you start to hire somebody to do your websites, and it can get kind of expensive. And some of the websites where people are creating their own platform, they're doing all their own HTML and all that kind of thing, those things can really get spendy. At the end of the day, it's what can I do that's most practical, have all the features I need, and not spend more money than I have to. Well, if you can put the control in your own hands, that's the most powerful there is. There's three major areas that you need to consider in the building of a website. One of them is the technical aspects, learning how technically to build the website and to optimize it and do all those things. The other is, of course, design features, designing it in such a way that it looks nice and that it's got good pictures and the resolution of the pictures and the videos are all easily downloadable so they don't slow up your system. What are all the factors in terms of design and whatnot that's compatible with the things that necessary by the technical people. And then the third area is marketing. How do you set up a website that is consistent with the best practices in marketing? So you can apply your strategies and optimize the opportunity and the way the website is received and what people can do with that website once they're in it. There's a lot of money that can be spent on this. A whole lot of money. At the end of the day, I think it would be ideal if you had a website wherein you knew how to do all the features you need. So I go into my website on a daily basis. If I want to add something or tweak something, put in a special note or a blog or whatever I want to do, I can do all that by myself. I don't need to rely on somebody else. And my website has been optimized. As all those things are done, I can add entire pages to the website if I want to. But I have control over that, and I don't pay a big chunk of money every time I want to go in there and do that. I don't have to wait for somebody else to do it. I don't have to write my own copy and give it to somebody who might ultimately post it or anything. I have total and absolute control over my website. Well, how did I get there? Well, here's where the 4% challenge that I talk about all the time actually teaches you step by step everything you need to know in terms of building your business and the strategies. And then there is contained within that, there's an opportunity for a platform that will take you, it's called the eStage and the eStage Academy, which will take you step by step by step by step everything you need to build an optimized website doing everything you want it to do. That includes all the considerations of the technical aspects, the design and the marketing. It all incorporated into one package. At the end of the time that you go through that, you'll be the expert. You can have total control, and you're going to save a fortune, a bloody fortune. Now, you pay for the service one time. I mean, you pay for that service to the Academy. But I'll tell you what, it is worth it in spades. It is worth it. Over the years, I've built a lot of websites. I have learned more by going through that Academy than any other program I have done, period. And I now have total control. It's very easy for me to go in and make adjustments and add to my website. So eStage and eStage Academy, and I'll put a link up there for you if you're interested in it. But that's also associated with a challenge. So you can learn to have complete entrepreneurial independence and have, at the end of the day, I think the optimum thing that everybody wants is choice. You want choice. How do I live my life? Where do I spend my money? Do I have the money to spend? How do I spend my time in my average day? We want choice in our lives in terms of our future and the things we want to be engaged in, and whether it's volunteerism or whatever else, you want the choice that you're able to do that. And by having control over those things, see, the people who are making all the money online, they have control. They've created systems and whatnot to follow through, and they're marketing 24/7 even while they sleep. All those are features. Now, those are features built into the system that I'm recommending. But ultimately, it's up to you. But if you want absolute control over your business and your future and something that's stable long term, my suggestions are really good. Now I'm going to put in this video, I'll put a link to the 4% challenge. That is everything you need to know about being an entrepreneur and setting up a system with strategies and blueprints that have been proven, by the way. And it'll also have a link there to the eStage Academy and the link for that platform. There's a cost involved. I won't kid you. There is a cost involved. Is it worth it? Oh, yeah. For so many reasons and so many ways, I can go over all the different advantages you have by having that and what you'll save over time. So anyway, saying all those things, know what your website's going to be all about, and if you're really serious about driving traffic, because again, the one thing that people I seem to miss, they'll have the website set up but have no idea how to get people to find that website, to drive traffic to that website. And then you get one more level, and that is not to just drive traffic, general traffic of a whole bunch of people that may or may not be interested, but you want to learn how to drive traffic that has already expressed a specific interest in the niche that you're in and the product that you have. If you can get people who are specific and drive those people to your website, that's where you start to make money. That's where it gets very specific with the intent, and you have something in common with all of your viewers. Now, you have those people on your list, and if you're doing it right, and I'll give you one more little thing while we're on here, and I'll try to be quick about this, but one more little tip, and that is that if you're setting yourself up correctly with a product line that you want to market, you want a core product that is your main product, and you want accessory products that you can add to that happen automatically, sales without selling. If you're selling cameras, people are going to need lighting and lenses and bags and all kinds of extra things. Well, by understanding how you can add various things to your core product, those are sales that you make without having to sell and spend time selling those things. You sell a core product, everything else comes with it. So anyway, saying that, there's a lot more on that subject. I'm not going to go way into it right now, but there's a lot on that subject in ways you can build ongoing lifetime subscription type models that make you a ton of money while you sleep. So a lot of stuff there. So anyway, check out my website. I'll put the link in here. I'll put in a couple of links for the eStage Academy and for the 4% challenge. And check that out. Now, the 4% challenge, by the way, is offering a website or a webinar, and it's a webinar that is extraordinary, and it explains everything in detail that I've tried to explain to you here in a few minutes here on a video. So anyway, having said all those things, thank you for taking the time, and we'll be in touch. Anybody that can like or share or leave comments in my videos, I appreciate that immensely. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much again, and we'll be in touch again quite soon, I'm sure. So if you're not having a day, go ahead and turn around. Have a great day. I'll talk to you again later. Thanks. God bless.